Hello all. After a slightly disastrous conference, I've decided to re-record a video of me using Canvas and showing you what to do. So what you should be seeing right now is our class's homepage. Now, this is when you click on our class in your dashboard, this is the first thing that should come up. On the side, it has some to-do things. Now, see the dates under to do, those dates aren't necessarily due dates. They're the date that you should check or engage with an activity, okay? So on the April the 30th is the date, which is today, that I've suggested you work on the wildlife news page and the information and activities in there. May the 1st is when I suggested you should work on the what is fake news page. Now, it doesn't mean you need to finish everything on that date, but that's the day that I recommend you should start working on it. If you're not available on that day, or you have heaps of maths work on that day you need to be working on, and you need to do your English on a different day, that's fine. They're not locked and set in stone. They're kind of like recommended. There's also a type of date called a due date. Now, I haven't posted any assignments yet, but when I post like an assignment, so that might be an essay or it might be a story or something that you need to write, when I post an assignment, you'll get a due date. A due date is different to a to-do date. If you've got a due date, it means that that's the last day that you can hand it in, okay, similar to what we do at school. Now, on your cover page, there are 4 buttons: syllabus, lessons module, discussion boards, and video chat. Your syllabus is just an outline of all the different topics that we're doing, okay, that we'll be doing. Your lesson module is where you go to actually access all the lessons and assignments and everything in each unit. The discussion boards, most of you have used. It's where you can go and respond to questions that I ask, or you could post your own discussion and ask for help. And the video chat is shows my timetable of when I'll be available online to video chat, although I am finding the video chats seem to be a little bit dodgy and don't always work. Now, the most important one you'll be using is this lessons module, so I'll click on that now. And you'll see like a sequence of activities. So the first module is called Media, Bias and Perspectives Introduction. So first of all, you'll need to do a news survey, and then you'll need to do this page, which is wildlife news, then the discussion, and then what is fake news. So try to do these things in order as they appear. Again, there's recommended dates there that you should be working on them, but that's not locked in. You can work on them when you're able to work on them. So for example, if I click on the news survey, what will come up is a survey that you have to complete, and it basically tells me what you already know about news and media. So you click begin and do the survey. So I won't do it because it'll confuse my system. Now, if I click on wildlife news, you would just need to read through the information. If you're struggling to read all the information, there's this button here called Immersive Reader, and if you click on that, you can actually get it to read the page to you. Okay, so it will read all of these sentences to you, and you can listen to it kind of like an audio book. You've got to watch some clips, and then there is a discussion where I want you to try and answer these 2 questions in the discussion page. So you click on that blue link to go to the discussion. Now, when an activity asks you to do work in your class notebook, okay, what you would need to do is copy. So you can either right-click copy or Control-C, and you need to go to your class notebook. Now, your class notebook is on the left-hand side here, and see here it's called Class Notebook. You click on your class notebook. You sign into OneNote. Now, mine will look a little bit different to yours, but it'll take and open in OneNote online. Now, I have access to all of your notebooks, but you should only be able to see your own. So if I click on someone like Chloe and hopefully hers is empty. I know I copied that in there. So you'll be able to have two tabs. You'll have your written responses tab and your assignments tab. Now in your assignments, you can, like, as you're doing an assignment or an essay, you can copy and paste bits of it in here if you want me to give you feedback on it, kind of like your drafts. Before you submit it, you might say, Mr. Piggott, I've copied my assignment into my class notebook. Can you read through it and let me know if it's okay before I submit it? And I can give you some feedback. Your written responses is where you would respond to questions that I've posted in Canvas. So here, this if I go back to Canvas and if I go back to modules, and I go back to modules, okay, and I go to the wildlife news because that's what I'm working on today. And I scroll down, and I've read all this, I've watched all the videos, and now I'm ready to write a fictional newspaper report about animals reclaiming the towns and cities during quarantine. I'll copy that because that's the task. I'll copy it. And the page is called Wildlife News. So in here I'll make a heading Wildlife News, and I will paste the question. And underneath I'll respond to it. So it asks me to write a fictional newspaper report. So that's where I'll do it. I'll say, today in the UK, llamas were found roaming the underground. The underground in the UK is like a underground railway, like a subway. And then I'll go on and I'll write a full little article about my llamas. So that's what you need to do. If you have a question in here that says you need to complete this in your class notebook, then you need to go to class notebook, which is on the left-hand side. Okay, it's just here. Okay, you need to go into it, paste the question, and then answer it. So that's how you do stuff in your class notebook. If you have any questions, flick me an email. If you're really stuck and your class notebook is just not working, but you just want to get into your work, feel free to do it in a Word document and email it to me, and I can paste it into your class notebook for you. But it would be obviously incredibly much easier if you just did that yourself. That's the main thing I wanted to talk to you about today. Now, most of the learning will be through Canvas, so you'll do the activities, and during the conferences, it will be more like Q&A sessions. So when you go into the conference, you will be able to talk to me and ask me questions, and I'll be able to answer them. Hopefully, I can get the audio working for the next one, okay? If you have any questions still, feel free to flick me an email at any time and I'll respond to them regardless of whether I'm scheduled to be online or not, because I'm regularly at my computer and I usually respond to emails pretty quickly. That's all. Hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that it worked. Hear from you soon, guys. Bye.